Hello my spooky friends, this is Ki, or better known on YouTube here as Chianti Aniya. She agreed to stand in the rain, let me cut up her face, and be covered in fake blood, so you should definitely check out her channel at the end of this video.
I want you to look scared.
I don't know what scared is.
We started with base and brows already done off camera because Chianti had to leave and go take a test right after this. I know, covered in blood and everything, what a good friend. I wanted her to look fresh, glowy, and innocent in order to make that slice on her face extra gruesome. And so we're using warm tone nudes from the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 to add a subtle daytime cut crease. I know, I never do these natural looks, and the one time that I do, the tutorial is not even about that. It's about the blood and the chunks missing out of her face and running through the woods, but I digress. I thought I wanted a more berry toned lip, but ultimately was dissatisfied without that like iconic bright red that matched her hood, so I used a super bright lip tar. I used to use these backstage and I remember loving the way that they dried down and stayed all day, but man, do I not miss the mess, because when I say they get everywhere, they get everywhere. So ignore seeing them on the teeth. She is not a vampire. That is not this tutorial.
Queen. Give it.
I know, and that's fun.
Sweetie! I love this. It's so cute. Fine. Everything's fine.
She's so funny, and how excited she got because she's never had SFX on her face before just made my whole entire day.
That's hot.
That sounds like Paris.
And now we're on to the good stuff. So after she's nice and beautiful, we have to slice her face. I first went in and sketched out with an eyeliner where I wanted all of the slices to go, just so I could get a feel for placement and also to give you guys a sense of direction for these cuts. But I'm following up with a makeup wipe and removing the makeup so that my silicone adheres a little bit better.
Please don't cut that out. Please don't cut that out. Me and my like knife that's not even in focus. Terrifying.
For today's cut, we are going to be using 3rd Degree, which is an out-of-kit silicone. You make the consistency by taking equal parts of jar A and jar B and mixing them together on a palette knife, which is what I'm doing here. Once they're nice and mixed, you can mold them onto the face.
Mixing. She's making a little special effects concoction.
Ew.
I love this stuff because it doesn't require any extra adhesive or anything like that. You just mix it together and then go ham. You do have a pretty short working time though, so you gotta like get it on. I start by taking a pretty generous amount of my little mixture and running it right in the very center of where I see those slices. I then use the very edge of my little metallic tool, the side that's not sharp, by the way, the side that's not sharp, it's going on skin, to feather out the outer edges of where I want this cut to be. Basically, this is going to look like skin. So the idea in making a cut is to first like build it up so that when you slice down the middle, it looks like your skin has been raised, because naturally if you were to slice it, the edges would like pop up like, I'm really proud of myself because that was super loud. But of course you want to feather out its edges so that it like tapers seamlessly into the rest of the face. Otherwise it'll look like a prosthetic. We are doing 4 little slices and we're extending one of those through the eye. And we're extending one of those like up past the eye and the brow and a little bit onto the forehead. I'd also like to point out that if 3rd Degree is not something you want to invest in, a little bit of latex, which you can get from the Halloween store, and some toilet paper could create some slits here on the face for you as well. We're fanning that within an inch of its life because you can't do anything to the silicone until it is fully dry. And then I'm just taking a random powder that I have and I am going to knock off the shine. This stage of using 3rd Degree is always pretty funny to me because I think it looks exactly like I put hot glue on her face. Once we're done powdering, we can cover all of our fleshy bits with our normal foundation color, and then we're on to my absolute favorite part, which is the paint. So for this, I'm using alcohol activated paints. I use these because they are water resistant. I like how like sheer you can build them up to be, or how dramatic they can be. Even though for the purpose of the story, I know that this is a rather fresh cut, I also know that to read a little bit better on camera and to be a little bit more fun to make in general, it needs to be more than just red. So first I'm taking a little bit of like an aged blood color and I'm running that right through the very center to give these cuts some depth. Then I'm taking a big fluffy brush, which by the way, I ruined in order to do this, like completely ruined it. And I'm covering that in some lighter red alcohol activated paint. And you can see that I go in and I just stipple that color everywhere. Again, because this is a fresh cut, it wouldn't necessarily have yellow or blue, any of like the healing colors, because those are different stages. But just to read for the camera, I felt like it needed a little bit more dimension and color. So we added blue, purple, and red. Also a little bit of yellow, just to add a little bit more like depth and dimension here to the cut. And finally, I went in with some scab blood, which I know you guys have heard of before because pretty much every SFX artist on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, when we use fake blood, it's scab blood. We love this stuff because it's super thick and it's got like that gel-like sheen in it, so it's very reflective as well. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's 31 Days of Halloween Red Riding Hood Beauty and SFX tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you enjoyed our little miniature movie here at the beginning. Don't forget to check out Chianti Aniya's channel. She does a little bit of everything: beauty, cooking, reviews, hauls, literally everything. So definitely check her out. Also, a huge shout out to Jordan, my best friend, for being here this day, helping me run errands, get my life together, and being the best on-set camera woman there literally ever was. I love all of you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with a makeup loving friend, and I will see you tomorrow for another video. Bye.